Okay, what's up, YouTube? You know who it is. It's a Space Crypto coming at you again one more time. About to give you a video of me changing my SSD. I recently got my ROG Ally, as you guys know, but I need to update my SSD to a 2 TB SSD. So I recently purchased this 2 TB SSD. It is a Western Digital 2 TB SSD. I purchased it off Newegg. Came straight from China. So I'm going to be replacing the SSD in the ROG Ally that's currently there, and because this one's a 512 gigabyte ROG Ally, so I want to take that out and replace it with this one, which is a 2 TB SSD. So before we do anything, the first thing you want to do is just make sure that you update your ROG Ally to the latest, update everything. So you want to click update all, check for updates, and then literally just update your ROG Ally to make sure that you have the latest firmware. Okay, so now that there's nothing else for me to update, what you want to do is just shut down. So you just want to shut down your system, and yeah, so that's it. So you shut it down. All right. So now that the ROG Ally is turned off, right? But we want to make sure this is fully turned off, though. We want to make sure that's fully turned off. Okay, you want to make sure that it's fully turned off, no lights anywhere or anything, fully turned off. Now, once it's turned off, you want to open it up, right? So you want to remove the 6 screws right here. I got a mechanical screwdriver here, so okay, now that the screws are off, you want to you can use multiple things to do this. I play guitar, so this is a plug for the guitar. But you can use other things to do. You can use like a card, like an ID, something like that. And what you want to do is that you want to, in between these little creases right here, you want to just kind of use this and just prise it off. So you just want to, it's not easy to do. Oh man, I accidentally opened it up. I actually turned it on, my bad. Let me turn it back off. Full of not touching the power button. But you can use anything, ID, credit card, whatever, and just kind of pull it off. You just want to kind of take it off. It's not too hard to come off, but you just got to have something to do it, right? Okay, now it's opened up. So now, the next thing you want to do, and obviously, this can cause like static electricity and stuff like that. So don't be on the carpet or anything. Make sure your hands are not on the carpet. You wanna pull out. Make sure your feet is not on the carpet or anything. But essentially, you want to just pull out the battery just to be sure. And so you pull the battery, and then you want to just kind of drain any excess power out of it. So let's kind of press it a couple times. Same. Press it again. You want to drain out all the power, so as to make sure that you don't get, shot by static electricity. That should be good. All right. So now Go ahead and so just lift this up and unscrew. It's pretty easy to replace the SSD for this particular system. So not much loops you got to go through. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You want to just kind of pull this out. And kind of lift this up. Just kind of pull it out. There we go. So pull that out. Now we're gonna replace it with our new SSD. So remove this. Not sure this is necessary. I don't think this is necessary. Take that off. Alright. Keep that on it. And you just, slide it in there. Make sure it's right. Make sure it's right in the slot. Then you want to just make sure that your screw. You gotta be careful of the screw because it's very small, so it can slip. It can slip out of your hands. Sometimes it's better to just kind of put it on the screwdriver itself. There we go. Now, you just want to plug this back in. Plug in the battery. There you go. The cover back on. Make sure you hear those clicks. And just remember where each screw is supposed to be. The smallest screw is supposed to be down here. So you just screw this back in. I actually recognize, so you have to have it plugged in before you can turn it on. I was actually about to go back in. Let me actually screw this back. I thought I did something wrong, so I was actually about to go back in and check the internals, but I do recognize that you have to plug it in. It has to be plugged in with the charger in order for you to access it once you decide to change the SSD. So now I'm in. Okay, so now we got booted straight to the BIOS. Okay, once you successfully replace your SSD, you want to go to microsoft.com/software-download/Windows 11. Then you want to basically create a bootable drive. So you want to click where it says create Windows 11 installation immediately. You want to just click download, and then what you want to do, you want to go ahead and run that. You want to go ahead and run that, and essentially, you have to make sure that you have a USB flash drive hooked up to your computer. It will essentially look for Cool. So you click next, then you say USB flash drive, right? So it will essentially check for your USB flash drive. You click next, and then obviously you go ahead, and what it's gonna do is gonna download Windows 11. It's first gonna format your USB drive, then it's going to put the bootable files on the USB drive so that you can then use it to boot Windows 11 on your ROG app. So I'll just let this run, and then I'll get back once this is finished. Okay, so the USB drive has been successfully finished. It's been successfully created, and now I'm gonna move on to installing Windows 11 on my ROG app. Okay, once we've created our bootable Windows 11 drive, now we want to connect this USB-C to USB 3.0 adapter. And this just allows you to be able to hook up a flash drive or any other USB cable, to your Steam Deck. Not Steam Deck, sorry, I keep saying Steam Deck, to your ROG Ally. So essentially, this one has 3 different USB-C slots, so I'm just connecting my flash drive to that. So now you want to turn on the system. Now what's going to happen is that because there is no drive installed onto the system right now, it is automatically just going to boot from your flash drive, right? So essentially, once you connect this adapter and your flash drive, you should boot into the Windows 11 installation wizard. And yep, so that's what it is, right? So this is the Windows 11 installation setup wizard. So we want to click next. You want to go ahead and say install now. And you just want to follow the instructions. This is very simple. If you've had a laptop before where you've had to reinstall Windows, it's the same procedure. Okay, so the installation process is done. Go through the whole installation process. I had some issues with the installation because of my internet. If you have issues installing Windows 11 on the system, then you might need to connect the Ethernet cable, via an adapter. You're gonna have to get an adapter, hook up an Ethernet cable. It gives some issues here and there, but I was able to figure it out, get it up and going. So once you do that, you wanna then and let me just go to my history. But you wanna then go to this website, and the link to this website is gonna be in the description. But here you can actually download all the drivers for your system. So you want to click RCL, Windows 11 64-bit. You want to download all these drivers. You want to do the same thing for BIOS and firmware. So you want to go here, and you want to download the BIOS update. You might also want to download the Easy Flash utility. I actually didn't download that. So you want to download and install those, and then that's it, pretty much. Your ROG Ally is set up. Everything works. Once you install everything should be good. Everything should be working great. And now you have your 2 terabyte drive on there. You have 2 terabytes of storage on your ROG Ally, or however many terabytes your SSD is. But essentially, you have a lot of storage. You can put some games on there and enjoy your ROG Ally. But anyways, have a great day. Pacey Crypto signing out. Or subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more videos. Have a great day. Pacey Crypto signing out. Peace.